Everyone ready?
After last week, where the defense looked, great for 55 and not so great for 5. What's the motivation to kind of prove that the first part was the better part, especially against the Vikings team, divisional game Monday night and everything?
I think just understanding that we got a primetime game this weekend. No matter what happened in the past, we can't control that now, and obviously all of us are hurt. But nothing that happened last week is going to carry over to this week. Obviously, it's a lot of stuff that we can learn from, and stuff that we will learn from, and that we will get corrected. But at the end of the day, man, we just got to keep one foot in front of the other, and we got to get ready to come out and play our best ball come Monday night.
But even as the way that game transpired, was that progress for this defense? Even considering the finish, did you feel like that was a step forward?
I always say, man, and your losses are always lessons. You know what I mean? And I think even though that was a devastating loss, there's a lot of lessons that we could take from it as far as like where we want to go as a football team, where we are right now as a football team, and things that we want to improve on. That's just up to us to be honest with one another and just improve on those things. Like I said, man, everything is lessons. The good stuff is lessons that we did in that game, and also the bad stuff that we didn't get accomplished is lessons in that game. And it's up to us, to come and get that corrected. And I think that's the key message, and that's what everybody is taking accountability for right now. Nobody's pointing fingers, and that's just what it comes down to.
Are you ready to play a full complement of snaps this week after kind of getting, wading back into it with I can't remember what it was? You think you'll play your regular percentage of snaps?
I'll say it's looking good.
Tremaine, when you're on a pitch count like you were last week, what was the frustration level as you realized you weren't going to be able to be on the field for that final drive?
I understand that, whatever was my role on Sunday, I just wanted to help my team the best way that I could, you know what I mean? And, unselfishly, I just wanted to be out there and contribute no matter what it looked like. And, that was very important to me, just to be out there with the guys, to get my feet wet again and just to move around, man. It felt good.
What are you seeing Josh Dobbs as he's kind of getting his feet on the ground with the Vikings?
Yeah, definitely a quarterback that, can extend plays, getting the job done, throwing the ball, running the football, all type of ways. Anytime you have a guy back there that's dual threat like that, obviously it presents a lot of challenges. So we just come into work each and every day, understand what the plan is, understand what the challenge is, man, and, getting ourselves ready to play a big-time game.
As somebody who's been in the league, what's your appreciation level for a guy who's been on 4 teams in the last 10 months and doing what he's doing?
Yeah, I commend him, man. That's not easy to do, to come in and, start right away. Obviously to learn NFL playbook, that's tough anyway. But, to do it in a short amount of time that he did, I'll definitely take my hat off to him.
How challenging is it as a leader to keep the locker room together throughout a losing season like this? And then what kind of things do you do to keep the locker room together?
I think just leading from the front. I think it's at a point you got to let your actions speak as well. Obviously, you can say a lot of things, make sure that people, understand what it takes to win, understand what it takes to stay together. But at the same time, man, you lead with action, you lead with the leadership and what you do on and off the field. You know what I mean? Guys looking at that. And, sometimes the best leaders are the people that don't say anything. You know what I mean? They lead by action. And I think that's what that's what it is now. And not just that, but making sure that, you still picking up your brother. You know what I mean, man? This is a team sport, not just one man out there that's taking the blame for anything. You know what I mean? It's all 11 of us out there to get one job done, and that's to win. And that's just what the message is. And, I think everybody's buying into that. Everybody's still committed to that. And that's just what it is. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, the leaders have to step up. And I think that we're doing a good job with that. And, that's what I've always said. Man, we got a great group of guys here. We got a great coaching staff here. Guys that care about winning, guys that care about ball. And anytime you have that dynamic, it's easier to lead because you don't have to worry about the buy-in process. Everybody's bought in to the same mission. Everybody bought into, what we want to get accomplished. It's not always glitz and glams, you know what I mean? Sometimes you go through storms. And we've just been through a big storm this year, you know what I mean? And we're going to continue to go through things. But, I think that's the character. That brings out the character in a person as a man, and that brings out the character of the football team as far as moving forward. You know what I mean? Because we feel this pain, but now it's time to turn this pain into passion, man, and apply it on Monday night in front of the whole world so they can see, you know what I mean, what Chicago Bears is truly about.
To that point, how are you going to gauge the response this team has after a really devastating loss?
Honestly, that's easy, man. I saw it today. You know what I mean? That's how I gauge it, how we can come back and apply it on the practice field. You know what I mean? I'm a big believer in you get out what you put in. And you know what I mean? We put out good stuff on the practice field, man, we get good results in return. It's not going to always go exactly how we draw it up, but at the same time, we know that you know, we put our best foot forward, and as a man, you got to accept that sometimes. You know what I mean? You can't live in doubt. You can't live in fear of what if this happens, what if that happens. You know, all you can control is what you do day in, day out, and that's what our focus is, man. Obviously, it's a sense of urgency, and like I said, it's easy for me to say that now because I saw how guys responded. I saw how hard we practiced today. I saw, you know, everybody walking in with their head up, chin up, you know what I mean, chest out, because that's what men do, no matter how tough it gets. And that's what we're going to continue to do. That's what I'm going to continue to do. I'm going to continue to lead. And like I said, man, we're going to put our best foot forward coming in there.
In your first 55 minutes defensively, what do you point to as something that really, really encouraged you about the way you guys were playing up until those last two drives?
You know, I think, you know, anytime you talk about taking the football away, that's definitely encouraging. We talk about that day in and day out as far as winning the turnover battle. That's a key part of winning, you know what I mean? And anytime you can take the football away and have success doing that and not give the football away on offense, that's a recipe of winning. And that's what we continue to do, man. That's what our focus is. Obviously, to win a football game, man, it comes down to more than one or two things here and there. It comes down to the little small details, and that's what we're working on day in, day out to make sure that we stand locked in, making sure we can finish those games.
Pick it up.